Okay, here we go. If you're online, say good day, give me the likes and the loves and the thumbs up, all that kind of jazz. You can actually hit the like button or the love button a lot of times. You can just go bang, 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 and they sort of stream across the screen. I'd love to see something like that. Anyway, I'm going to get stuck straight into this so I can get this all out to you as soon as possible, because we're coming to that time of the year where everyone's going to be revisiting their plan for 2018. We're going to be focusing on marketing, especially our small business owners. So I want to give you some awesome tips around what not to waste, what to not waste money on. For those of you who know me, know that I've got 3 boys. I work for myself from home. So I'm here at Hang Time. I'll just have a little, hey bro, how you going there, Grant? This is where my boys come to blow off some steam, and then daddy does work. Okay, this is the life of a stay-at-home dad, entrepreneur. So, wannabe superstar. Anyway, here we go. You ready? I'm going to give you 7 stupid things that business owners waste marketing on. Naturally, I'm quite biased towards the things that I'm going to be saying not to spend money on because I'm an online guy. But I want to preface this with the notion that I have come from a traditional business background. So I've worked for myself as years gone by as a personal trainer. I got into real estate when I was about 22, 3. Bought my business at 26, 7. And then had that real estate business for 10 years or so. So I've done all the traditional media. I've done everything, okay? So I come from playing both sides of the fence. I know what it's like to have the traditional media, and I know what it's like to have online media. So the last 3 years, I've built my entire business purely based on digital media marketing. I've used nothing else, okay? So let's get stuck into this. 7 stupid things business owners waste marketing on. Reduce these things immediately if you want to grow your business in 2018. You ready? Number 1, car signage. As I said before, owned a real estate business. I had a branded car, and my family's in business for themselves. They've all got branded cars and stuff like that. I've got to tell you, 99% of the time, to me, it's a waste of money, because my personal experience has been, and maybe you might feel a little bit different like this if you've got branded cars, but I had a branded car for about 4 years and got no fucking calls off the car. No one rang me and said, "Oh, I saw your car, and then come and sell my house." Nothing like that ever happened. So to me, car signage is a waste of money. If you've got the money to burn, great. If you feel like it's helping you in additional branding, then that's fantastic. But to me, I would rather spend my money where I'm going to get the maximum ROI, return on investment. I want to spend $1 and make 2 back. So car branding, I feel like you're spending $1 and that's it. You just lost money. Okay. Next one, outdoor media, I should say. Trish, I'm great. I'm happy to hear that. Okay. If the branded car is working for you, then fantastic. To me, I could not monitor it. I could not monetize it. So I never had the feedback to say this is how I contacted you was off the car. So if you can track that and you know that it's working for you, fantastic, keep doing it. Number 2, outdoor media. So to me, I think outdoor media can work, but for the most part it doesn't. And I'm prefacing this with the fact that I'm speaking to small business owners. Okay, so when we're talking about branding and we're talking about lead generation, I feel most of us business owners should be focusing on lead generation, more lead generation and less branding. We're not big business. We don't have a marketing budget that's endless. We don't have a marketing team that just goes and spends money as they see fit on everything, so we can sort of blanket everything everywhere. I personally feel that we need to do strategic planned marketing that gets a lead in the door that we can then work with and nurture and grow, and we can actually they become a client. Okay, so for me, if we had the opportunity or the deep pockets, or if you've got a deep pockets that can go, I can brand everywhere, go ahead and do it. I'm happy for you. For most business owners, as particularly small ones, we're running things very, very lean. So we need to make sure that our money is well spent. Okay, so with outdoor media, I find that, it just doesn't work as well. Okay, so when you talk about, say, signboards, or when you talk about bus shelters, one of the things that I see coming from a real estate background is a lot of real estate agents having like their mugs in the bus shelter. Like, I feel like saying to them, like, how many fucking leads are you getting off this bus shelter? Who's sitting waiting for a bus and then going, geez, I should call that person to sell my home. No one's driving past and looking at the bus shelter and going, damn, that's the guy I need, or that's the girl I need to sell my home. They're just not doing it. With outdoor media, in terms of, say, signboards or billboard signs, again, that the behavior of most people on the road is that they're hardly even fucking focusing on the road. They're texting, they're yelling at their kids, they're, just like in a daze because their world is so frantic and so busy. So, like, outdoor media has less of an impact, and I think that the more you can get away from it and the more you can get online, the better your business will be. Number 3, business cards. I have gone away from business cards and gone into an app. So when people ask me a business card, I say, I'm sorry, I can't help you with a business card, or don't have one, but I can certainly send you my app. The reason why I do that is because, again, it allows people to download my app from the App Store or from Play Store or whatever, from iTunes, so they can download the app. The good thing is that if they've got my app on their phone, the chances are they don't have another business coach's app on their phone as well. You don't have 2 fucking marketing people or 2 business coaches on your phone at the one time, right? As far as an app's concerned, it's there, it's visible, it's in their face all the time. I can send messages through the app, whereas business cards get thrown away. My experience is, and this is my personal experience when I go to, well, I don't do networking anymore, but when I used to go to the networking meetings and all that kind of shit, people would, give me their cards. I'd go home, throw them all away, and then, or they'd sit on my dresser for 6 months, and then my wife would get the shits with me because they're sitting there for so long, or they'd sit in the top drawer or something like that. Like, it'd just be a waste of time, so I never did anything with them. And that's why I feel like they are a waste of money. Okay, so I would reduce those. I would go with an app. I would go with like I got mine, it's called the iCard app. From Wheelworks Marketing over in WA. I got my app there. Whenever someone wants me, they can go to the app. If they want to go and they can get access to my email, they can access to my phone, they can access to my social media accounts, like they can watch all my videos online. They can go anywhere with that one app. Okay, number 4, beer runners, coasters, calendars. Okay, so really, I would say to you that if you are depending on people in a pub drowning their sorrows and looking down at a fucking beer runner or a coaster and calling you, then depending on the business, of course, but I think for the most of us, I think that's bad business. I don't think that that's the ideal client that you want. Some pisshead who's at the depths of despair looks down and sees your beer runner along the thing. I just don't think it gets anyone's attention. Stop doing it. Same with the coasters, same with calendars. Again, they just become like a tree, like you drive past it every single day, you see the same tree or the same house or whatever. It just becomes background, nothingness, and then it has no impact whatsoever. Number 5, fridge magnets, stubby holders, stationery. Okay, so your personally branded fucking pad or pen, or fridge magnet, all that kind of stuff. I'm sorry to say, it has never really appealed to me in the business sense. I've never really had that many people call me from the fridge magnet or from the stubby holder or from the pen that I gave them or anything like that. So why waste money on that? Number 6, flyers, newspapers, yellow pages. Again, flyers. I get flyers in my letterbox all the time. Sorry for the shaky table. And what happens with the distribution companies, let's say for example, and again I pick on real estate agents here, all right, if the distribution company has a number of real estate agents flyers, what they do, if they're going in the one area, they bundle them all together and they put them in the letterbox at the one time. So I get 3 or 4 agents flyers in my letterbox, and then I just read them on the way to the bin and then dump them in the bin. So I know that whoever's doing letterbox drops is probably going to pay somewhere around 40, 50 bucks, $1,000 to get these dropped, and then they're going to pay anywhere from $200, $300, $400, $1,000 to go and get these things printed. So complete and utter waste of time. Through Facebook, for example, you can basically have anyone who's like geo-graphed in terms of I can source someone exactly where they live. Sebastian, can you stop pushing on the table? You're shaking the thing for me. So, sorry, hang time, kids, you get it? All right, so through Facebook, I can say, I want this person who lives in this area, who's interested in these things, who's this age, who earns this much. I mean, like, why would you bother letterbox dropping when you can do that through Facebook? So the newspaper is the same thing. It's very, very expensive. It reaches less and less people, and you can't track anything. I can't go to the paper and go, how many people saw my ad? How many people, went to my website? I can't do it. I can't track it. So if I can't track anything from a marketing perspective, then I don't bother doing it. Yellow Pages, particularly the book, like a complete fucking waste of time. So expensive, reaching less and less people. I wouldn't do it. I haven't even seen a book in a couple of years, so I wouldn't even know whether it still exists, to be honest with you. But I know, for example, that Yellow Pages online, it's a different story. Again, if your ad is working for you there, great, but I wouldn't go for any paper-based, or if you do, I'd reduce it, or really have a look at, is that actually returning on investment? Because if you're paying an aggregate of $4,000 a page in a paper, I can tell you $4,000 worth of marketing on social media for me could buy me, say, 6 months worth of marketing. Like, you cannot do that in the paper. What are we up to? Number seven. Radio and TV. Okay, so again, very, very expensive. If you're in the prime times, when most people are online, you're going to be paying a fortune. However, if I'm thinking about my own personal habits, right? So I've got 3 kids, so I'm typically watching like cartoons or Netflix or some shit like that, so there's no ads. But if I was to watch a particular show, when the ads come online, I actually don't watch. When the ads come on TV, I don't watch the TV. I'll go to the fridge and get something to eat, or I'll get on my phone, or I'll go on my laptop or something like that. I'll pass the time of the ad going on social media, which brings me to the point, like, why wouldn't you go to a digital media platform when you know that there's like 70% of like Australia in our country, 70% of the population are actually on social media. Like, they're actually on Facebook alone. There's 9 million Australians on Instagram. There's 16 million Australians on Facebook. There's like whatever 5 million on Snapchat. The list goes on. You've got a lot of people who are concentrating on the one particular platform or a number of platforms every single day. We check our phones, 50, 60, 70 times, 100 times a day. We scroll back through the newsfeed for 15 minutes. We go back through 2 hours chronologically in time. We're spending so much time there. That's where the attention is. Like my original mentor, Gary Vaynerchuk, says, like, go where the eyes are, go where the attention is. If the attention is on the newspaper, then I would say go to the newspaper, but it's not. The attention is online, so be online more. All right, let me recap those 7 things, and then let me give you a couple of strategies that you can use in order to start generating leads online right now. So, 7 stupid things to stop wasting your marketing money on for small business owners. Okay, reduce these things immediately. Car signage is number 1. Outdoor media is number 2. Business cards, number 3. Beer runners, coasters, calendars. I'm looking down at my screen here. Number 4. 5. Fridge magnets, stubby holes, the stationery. Cut that shit out straight away. Flyers is number 6. Newspaper articles, Yellow Pages, radio and TV. All right, cut all that stuff out. Sorry for the shakiness. Stay nice and still for me, boys, okay? I'm doing a video and you're shaking the screen. All right, Bedlo? Thank you. Okay, sorry, kids, hang time, just so you know. All right, so don't do any of those things, or at least significantly reduce those, and start focusing your attention, your marketing spend online. Here's the things that I would do. I would create what's called a lead magnet using digital media. I love Facebook because it gets the most amount of attention. It also drives the most amount of business my way. And then it also allows me to really detail exactly who I want in my business. And it's like doing a letterbox drop, but only going to the exact houses that are most likely going to be calling you back, okay? You can't do that anywhere else bar Facebook, because it's so data driven. It's got all the information that we need as marketers. Okay, so create a lead magnet. A lead magnet is something that gets you a lead. It's something that you offer to the marketplace, and you say, here's 5 tips for this, here's a downloadable ebook, here's a cheat sheet, here's a fact sheet, here's a video that I created, here's how I can help you in your area or whatever your niche is. And I can tell you this can be any single niche on the absolute planet. I've created these for hundreds of clients, so I know that it does work and it can work. And then I would say create a system where, in order for them to get that information, you then get a name and an email, which allows you to then build on your relationship. You could then provide more value. You could then say, well, if you like that, then I can give you this, and then lead them into an eventual buying decision. Okay, if you have trouble trying to figure out what to do, I use a method which I learned from a mentor of mine and a past coach, Frank Kern, which is called the Escape From to the Arrive To method. So what is the problem challenge that your customer is trying to escape from? So that's the problem. And what's the dream? Where are they trying to arrive to? What's the dream? And then what you do is you reverse engineer, and you make sure that you're sort of saying, okay, so if my customer, particularly me, is going, if I use myself as an example, is struggling with how to get leads online, then I'm actually going to say that that's the pain point. That's what they're escaping from. So if I'm saying that's what they want to, they're struggling with leads, they're struggling with how to get their message across, they're struggling with how to actually put something together, then the destination, or where they want to arrive to is, or the dream is, a constant flow of leads. So if I was to go right to the dream, then I know that my customer won't be ready for all of that. But if I can give them 2 to 3 to 5 lead magnet tips, how to create information, how to create a video, how to post it up online, how to create a landing page, how to write good ad copy, how to actually use Facebook's ads manager, then those little things can get them off the mark and start getting them some results. So the same for you. What's your customer escaping from? Where they wanted to arrive to? What's the challenge and the problem? And what's the dream, the ultimate goal? And then just pick the first 10 or 20%, the first couple of steps that's going to get them off the line. This is a great teaching tool, and this is a way to provide value to your customers. And in order to extract that information from you, then they need to give you a name and an email. And now you've got what's called permission-based marketing. Now you can use that data, and you can say, well, if you like that, then maybe you like this. Or at this stage, you're probably thinking that perhaps you would like to go to this next level or this stage. You know where I'm going with this? You can build the relationship. Social media is about building relationships, trust and authority, and then therefore people get to know you, like you, trust you, and then ultimately do business with you. That's the position that you want to get people in. Okay. Is this helpful? Please give me the likes and the thumbs up. Smash that heart button and the like button, and let me know that this is actually resonating with you at all. With that being said, I hope you've enjoyed this video. I love doing these lives. I think they're a fantastic way of adding value, and I hope this has really served you. If there's someone that you know that is spending ridiculous amounts of money on stupid shit in terms of marketing, then share this with them or tag them in the video here so they can get this information as well. Other than that, thank you so much. It's been a pleasure to serve you, and I'll see you on the next video.